Alright, so right before the video begins, I just want to say I'm not fucking dead. I know I haven't posted in like a month or two, but that's just because I've been super busy. I got home recently from school, and I'm working about 60 hours a week. But anyways, I'm going to try and put out as many YouTube videos as I can, just because I miss making YouTube videos. This video is actually a couple months old. I just have the audio sitting on my computer that I found. I was like, man, fuck it, I'm going to do a video. So yeah, just enjoy the video. Hold up, pause. I just want to say thank you for anyone who's watched my videos recently. Cause my one video's at like 300 views, which is fucking nutty. Yeah, thank you guys. And expect some absolute pounders, maybe this week, honestly. What is up, gamers? For today's video, we're going to be talking about my worst experience ever on edibles. Before I jump into the story, I just want to thank you guys so much for the support and love on my last video. I can't believe we fucking made 100 views on that video. Fucking 3 digits. 3 fucking digits on that video. It's amazing. I never thought I'd actually reach 100 views, honestly. So I just want to thank you guys so much for all that love. Alright, so this story takes place exactly almost 2 months ago from today, which is actually crazy to think about just because I feel like this story happened so long ago. Anyways, this story involves one of my homies. We're going to call him Aaron, just because I'm not sure if he was okay with me using his real name in the video, so we're going to refer to him as Aaron. Alright, so now we can get into the fucking meat and potatoes of the story. So Aaron hits me up one day on FaceTime, basically just tells me that one of his coworkers had just made a fresh batch of homemade edibles. I wouldn't even consider them pop brownies or fucking pot cookies, because they were just like a big fucking piece of shit. That's how they looked like. They were just fucking big and brown. I think they were supposed to be brownies, but they didn't look like fucking brownies. Just like a fucking morph between a cookie and a fucking brownie. That's what they were. So basically, I knew I wasn't going to be able to eat a whole one just because at that time, I wasn't smoking too much. So my tolerance was pretty low. And I knew Aaron's tolerance was way lower because I'm pretty sure at this point, he hadn't smoked in forever. And the guy was much, much tinier than me. Not much tinier, but he's decently smaller than me. So I knew he wasn't going to be able to handle an entire edible either. So we just went 50-50 on one edible. And surprisingly, this was one of the shittiest trips I've ever had off an edible. Or not even a trip, I guess, because you don't trip off edibles. Worst highs. Basically, Aaron bought the edible when he was at work. And then that same night, I came over and picked him up, paid him for my half of the edible, and then we drove back to my house. When we got to my house, I finally looked at the edible because I was driving the whole time, so I really didn't get to see the edible at all. But let me tell you guys, when I fucking smelled this edible, this fucking smelled like the reefer. Like, it smelled like fucking grandma just made fucking some brownies and put a little fucking nug in there of weed, because this shit stunk. So I couldn't wait any longer, so fucking probably 5 minutes within getting into my house, I just go ahead and get myself a fucking butter knife and chop that shit right in half and fucking gulp it down. I literally just fucking ate it in like 2 bites, if that. Fucking the flavor was shitty. Like, there were some bites. It was like literally a fucking like bite chunk of ass. That's what it tasted like. And I remember Aaron just looking at me. He's like, damn, bro, you really eating that whole thing? Like the half that was mine? I was like, yeah. And so Aaron was kind of skeptical on what to do because he knew he was a lot tinier than me. He knew he hadn't smoked in a while, so he wasn't sure. But I guess I somehow gave him the impression that he should eat the whole thing. So Aaron goes ahead and eats the whole thing. And probably within 30 to 15 minutes. Yeah, it was fucking quick. I told you guys my fucking tolerance was shit. I noticed that I'm fucking fried. Like, Aaron was just a fucking comedian that night because everything he said, everything he did was just so fucking funny to me. We were watching the interview. I just kept fucking laughing my ass off at that. And then I was like, yo, Aaron, you baked? And he's like, nah, dude, I'm not high. And he was just at that point where he's just in denial that he's high because he's so fucking high. I don't know if that made sense, but basically he was just so fucking stoned to the point where he didn't want to think he's stoned. And I was just laughing my ass off at this because he was just doing the dumbest shit. And eventually it got to the point where I thought he was putting up a fucking act trying to make me laugh my ass off. He just kept saying, dude, I'm freaking out. He just kept saying that over and over. Probably fucking throughout the night, he probably said that 60 times. And so I was just laughing my ass off for like another 15 minutes probably of him just saying that over and over. And before any of you guys think I'm a fucking dickhead for not helping him out whenever he kept telling me he was freaking out, just fucking realize that I was so fucking stoned. Like, I was fucking fried. Like, I don't know what else to say. But anyways, the 15 minutes go by of him just saying that, and eventually it hit me. I was like, damn, Aaron's fucked. Like, I need to help him out or something. So I get my ass up, and according to Aaron, he said I was moving like a fucking statue. So I'm moving over here fucking slower than a fucking turtle, trying to help him out. And he's just constantly pacing around my living room into my kitchen because it's like an open area. You can walk directly from my kitchen to my living room because they're back to back. And he's just walking circles, probably like fucking 30 miles per hour. I swear he was going so fast around my kitchen and my living room. And he's all like, dude, I need to piss. And I was like, so, go take a fucking piss then, bro. And he's like, dude, my penis isn't fucking working, is what he told me. And the whole time I was trying to hold in my laugh because some of the shit he kept saying was funny. Like that, it was funny. And I was like, dude, just relax. And I remember I said, dude, it's lax. Probably 30 times to him, trying to calm him down because I didn't know what the fuck to do. I wasn't in the state of mind of trying to help this man out. I was just trying to figure out where the fuck I was at, honestly. And so eventually we made our way into the kitchen. And he's like, dude. And he points at the fucking sink. And he's like, splash me with water. I was like, what? And he just says, splash me with some cold water. And I was like, alright. And so I go ahead and start splashing him with water. And my man's is like, sounds like he's drowning. But apparently he said it was really helping him out. But it didn't help him out enough. Because after that, my man goes out my kitchen door, out back onto the patio, and starts going down the steps. And I was like, bro, where are you going? And he just says, I need to go. And I was like, dude, what the fuck do you mean you need to go? And after that, he just starts booking out of my fucking backyard. He runs out of my backyard up into the front yard and just starts running around my neighborhood. And let me tell you, he fucking ran probably for a good 15 minutes. Because that's what it felt like. Because we probably ran the same distance, I feel like. Because we ran around my neighborhood, which is not only my neighborhood, we actually ran around the neighborhood a little bit close to my house. So it was probably 15 minutes of just fucking running. And I'm assuming it's only 15 minutes for both of us, just because whenever I got back to my house, I saw Aaron starting to walk back into my house from the front door. So I'm assuming he probably ran the same distance I did. I don't know how we got back at the same time almost, because he was way ahead of me. And when I started talking to Aaron, like trying to calm him down, he acted like the run wasn't even real. Like he didn't even acknowledge the fact that he probably just ran a mile and a half, honestly, is probably what it felt like. I'm not sure how long it was actually, but that's what it felt like. He didn't even acknowledge that. He just started talking on some bullshit about fucking breakfast. He acted like none of this was real. I was like, dude, what the fuck? He's just talking about like breakfast and eggs with fucking sausage and bacon on some bullshit. But like, my man was stoned. That's probably why. And so I was like, dude, we gotta get you somewhere. Because I was the one who brought him to my house. And I was probably fried out of my mind. And I couldn't drive. I know I couldn't drive. So I was like, dude, we gotta get you back to your house. And so he has this homie. His name's gonna be Jake. Jake's a pretty cool guy. I haven't talked to him that much, but I know he's pretty chill. So I go ahead and call up Jake with Aaron's phone, and I basically just give him the rundown of what's going on, about how fucking Aaron's just stoned out of his mind off this edible. And thank the Lord for fucking Jake, because Jake came in so clutch. He said he'd be back to my house, and not back to my house, but he'd get to my house in probably 15 minutes. So we just had to hold on for 15 more minutes. Well, it felt like fucking hours, honestly. So whenever I get off the phone with Jake, Aaron just says, what time is he coming? I told him 15 minutes, dude, don't worry. And so what we did to cover those 15 minutes, we deadass just walked in circles right on the sidewalk right in front of my house. I don't know how not a single cop rode right past my house, because they usually drive past my house every so often throughout the night. And we were just walking out there for 15 minutes in the middle of the night. So there we are, right in front of my house, looking like two dumbasses just walking in front of my house. It was probably almost midnight by this point. And right around midnight, Jake actually ended up taking, probably was right around 30 minutes actually. And by the time he got there, Aaron was already freaking out. He really needed Jake to be there. I don't know why. He was just having a really bad high. So finally, Jake comes up in his car. He's just with his girlfriend. And at this point, I'm starting to sober up. You know, I can't really say hi if I have a situation like this on my hands. You know, I was just thanking Jake for making his way out to my town, because I'm pretty sure he lives in another town that's like probably a 20-minute drive for him. So he came in real clutch, but I dapped up Aaron, dapped up Jake. And yeah, that's the story of my friend just having a terrible high off an edible. Just a quick side note, I haven't had an edible that strong in a while, because I'm not going to lie, that edible was strong as fuck. Alright, well, if you guys did listen to this video and you guys made it to the end, I just want to give you a fat kiss. No homo. Just kidding, I'll just like dap y'all up, alright? It's an internet dap. Y'all hear this? That was an internet dap. I heard y'all heard that, but I just dapped y'all up. Alright, I'll catch y'all later. I'm probably going to make a video soon. That's all I'm going to say.